Hey guys, sorry for the lack of uploads. I really suck at being a YouTuber apparently. But anyways, today I will be showing you how to make your own boss battle in Piggy build mode. This video will show you how to make a weapon system, a boss NPC, minion NPCs that spawn when the boss's health is low, and explosions that also occur when the boss's health is low. So let's get started. First, go to build mode in Piggy by pressing the blue icon that says build. Then go to my server and press join server. Once you're in, go ahead and build whatever sort of map you want your boss to go with. I will make a small arena map for this video, but you can make anything. Once your map or room is finished, go ahead and place some sort of trigger. I'll be using a button for this video, but I recommend using something like a touch trigger or lever. That way multiple people can't just keep activating it over and over. Also make sure to place a player spawn and Piggy spawn. The Piggy spawn doesn't matter though. Set your trigger to your preferred settings. Just make sure it cannot be triggered more than once or by infected. Next, we need to set up the boss spawn point. Place down an NPC spawner linked event block where you would like your boss to spawn. Then put a touch trigger on top of it. This will be needed for later purposes. Set your NPC spawner to spawn whatever NPC you'd like. Make sure limit is set to 1. Now, connect your starting trigger to the NPC spawner. So now, whenever your starting trigger is activated, the selected NPC will spawn at the spawn point. Now let's create some sort of alert system to tell everyone the boss battle has started and a way to give everyone a weapon. Place an info block and set its text option to the text you want it to show. Make sure you link it to your starting trigger. Now, place an item spawner and set it to the desired player weapon, which is either a gun or a crossbow. Make sure the Give to Player setting is turned on. Make sure you link it to your starting trigger. Now, whenever your starting trigger is enabled, not only will it spawn the boss NPC, but it will also tell everyone the boss battle has started and will give everyone a crossbow. But don't be tricked. Keep in mind that if only one player triggers your starting trigger, only they will get the crossbow. Now let's give the player some ammo. The first method is to use a touch trigger, then place an IF gate and set its setting to has item to whatever your weapon item is. Place the touch trigger on the player spawn. If you're planning on having multiple players, make sure stays on forever setting is turned off. And your if gate somewhere where it can't be seen. Now place another item spawner by the if gate. Make sure the if gate has its setting called has item set to your weapon item. And set it to your ammo item. For the crossbow, the item is called carrot. For the gun, it's simply called ammo. Disable the setting one at a time and enable the setting give to player. Now connect your if gate to the item spawner, and then your touch trigger at the player spawn to your if gate. Now what this is going to do is, when a player touches this, the if gate will check if they have the selected weapon item. If they do, it will give them the ammo required for it. Let's test and see if it works. As you can see, I clicked the button which gave me my crossbow and spawned the NPC, and I also have some ammo. But it only gives me one of my ammo items, then I'm completely stuck. Let's fix that. Back where your if gate and item spawner are, place a looper gate. Set its loop interval to the amount of time you like, then set the loop repetitions to 0. 0 means the loop will go on forever. Make sure the loop continues while offsetting is enabled. Connect the loop gate to the item spawner. Now make your if gate connect to the loop gate instead of connecting directly to the item spawner. Now let's test this again and see if we continuously gain ammo for our weapon. As you can see, if you look at the item's tooltip, the gray bar above it when you hover your mouse over it, or hold it if you're on mobile, will say your ammo amount, and your ammo amount will begin to increase. Now for the second method, delete everything from before and replace it with a loop gate and a randomizer gate. Then take your item spawner blocks and place them randomly around the map. Set each of them to your weapon's ammo type. Again, carrots are for the crossbow and ammo is for the gun. Do not enable or disable the other settings. Go back to your looper gate and adjust the loop interval to your liking, then set loop repetitions to 0 and turn on loop continues while offsetting. Connect the loop gate to the randomizer gate. In the randomizer, all settings can be left alone. Just make sure if you want to change the mode. Do not select Remove Choice Perm, otherwise the randomizer will stop working. After that, connect the randomizer to all of your item spawners in the boss fight map. Then finally, once that's done, connect your starting trigger to the loop gate that is connected to the randomizer gate. This circuit will wait for the starting trigger to be activated. Once it is, the loop gate will be forever turning off and then on. Every time the loop gate turns on, the randomizer gate receives a signal to send a signal to one of its randomly selected targets, which the targets are your item spawners. Now let's test what we got so far. As you can see, the ammo item for your weapon will begin to spawn at a random spawn point for the items. Now let's code our actual boss. Remember that touch trigger with the NPC spawner? Well, now is when we use it. Set can NPC's trigger 2 on, and make sure only infected can trigger it. Also, make sure stays on forever is on. Place an if gate somewhere off the map. Then place a counter gate, an operation gate, and a counter if gate. This is how we are going to make the health bar. Once all of those are placed, go into the if gate settings and set it to is stunned. Then in the operation gate, set the operation to subtract and the value to 1. You can make this number bigger if you want. Then in your counter gate, set the value to how much health you want your boss to have. Lastly, set your counter if gate's operation to less than and the value to 1. Quick editing note, ignore the powered death block, as that is a mistake. Instead, simply follow along with the links. Ignore everything related to the death block. Now link your counter gate to your counter if gate and your operation gate to your counter gate. Then your if gate to your operation gate and your NPC touch trigger to your if gate. Finally, link your counter if gate to empowered escape block and make sure escape triggers for everyone is on. Now, since I set my counter gate to a value of 2, If I shoot the NPC 2 times, then the operation gate would have subtracted 2 from the counter gate, resulting in 0. And since 0 is less than 1, the counter if gate will power on, resulting in the escape block being triggered. Next, let's make minion NPCs spawn if the boss's health gets low. But before that, I will quickly make these linked displays show how much health the boss has. To do this, place as many as you want down, set their display setting to show counter, and connect your counter gate to all of them. Now that your linked displays are set up, start placing more NPC spawners randomly on the map. Now, when setting the NPC type, I heavily request that you use the crawl trap NPC. Reason being is because crawl traps cannot kill you, but certainly make life harder in Piggy. Other NPCs can kill you, and even if you use the trick that allows NPCs to die, newly spawned NPCs won't be applied, will still be invincible. Also make sure the limit is set to 100, that way up to 100 can spawn to kind of fell like infinity. Once all NPC spawn points are set, go back to where your boss health circuit is, and place a second counter if gate. Place a loop gate. And then place a randomizer gate. Set your loop intervenal settings to your liking, set the loop repetitions to 0, and then set loop continues while off to on. Connect the loop gate to the randomizer. And then the randomizer to all your NPC spawn points, except for the boss 1. Set your counter if gate's operation to equal to, and the value to the amount of health you want the boss to be at to start the circuit. Now connect your main counter gate to the counter if gate and the counter if gate to the loop gate. As you can see, the boss NPC hit the desired health for the minions to spawn, so now they will start spawning in at random places forever, because the counter if gate saw that the counter gate was at the selected value. You can run the same circuit for explosions as well. Just use explosion blocks instead of NPC blocks. You could also make some dangerous items spawn if you know how to. In fact, I know how to make dangerous items. I'll make a video on that later. But now that we got everything down and done, let's test the full boss battle. And there you have it, everyone. Your fully working boss battle. You can make changes to this if you want. If you have any problems, be sure to let me know down in the comments. That's all for today's video. I hope you have a good day. Bye.